Dates. Don't worry.
This trial is mine to judge.
Take it
Eye
easy.
for an eye.
Don't be so serious.
Pay for thy sins with thy blood.
Hey, I'm the support staff. Handle it
Oh,
gently. Why are you beating so loud?
A tooth for a tooth.
Hey! Agents have guns.
Feel it pain and know with regret.
Hey, I'm the support staff.
An eye for an
Handle
eye.
it gently.
Feel it pain and know with regret.
Stay low profile. I don't want to be shunted to some radical department.
Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. Yep, agreed. It's too noisy. You were looking at the little ball made of plastic. It hops from left to right, making an annoying sound. But all we can do to it is look at it, just like all you can do to me is tolerate my existence. For both of us have nowhere to go. Ha! Look at your frowning face. Your face wrinkles from the eyebrows to the nose tip, but people can barely see those light furrows. We know what that means. You have a poker face, and it's never your fault. But for now, your face is not the thing that matters. Well, maybe for someone it is, but still, it's not. You know what really matters? The game. Yes, it's the game. Of course the game matters. Everyone loves the game. They gather at the stadium yelling or roaring vehemently. They choose one team to become its fan and spend good money on a team uniform or an autographed ball. Yet, it's just a ball. You see where I'm coming from? Just a ball. Its outline, a circle, could be found in any geometry textbook and anywhere in this world. When the first hominid picked up a coconut and threw it to the sky, and caught it, and threw it, and caught it, and threw it again, when she felt joy and yelped, had she ever thought of the future? The future where a simple ball has become so complicated and enchanting. Now we call it the present. Yes, sure. Complicated and enchanting. Use your silly and smart head to think about this ball game carefully. The complex scoring rules, the harsh requirements for reactive agility, the countless possible foul points. Your fingers, your wrists and arms, a correct way of using them will lead to victory. What matters more is, like every ball game, it focuses on how you serve the ball and hit it back. It's not an easy job as it sounds. When you are in the game, you need to concentrate. Where will the ball come from and how will you return it to your opponent? You need to figure that out within half a second. Use your power in a proper way. Move your feet in a stable pace. Inhale and exhale at the right timings. Ping, pong, ping, pong, ping, pong, ping, pong. The sound will last forever and ever, until that bouncing little thing falls to either side of the court.
Constantine.
Has the voting started? You see, here is the number of votes I have estimated. The pro-drafts will lose by 5 votes to their opponent. Don't forget our bet. The one who loses will pay for the new stamps.
The final vote is not today, I'm afraid. Z's speech is still ongoing. She's just started the part on Article 3, Section 5 of the Rules of Procedure. But the speech has already lasted 7 hours. Even some delegates have left.
What? A filibuster?
Yes, and Katz's speech will be right after that. So, I guess the final vote won't start until tomorrow. That won't make a difference. Delaying the vote won't change the result.
I don't know yet. I didn't expect that she would be trying so hard. But for me, this is not necessarily bad news. The filibuster will only have 2 outcomes. It is either one of the parties wins over 2/3 of support and gains victory, or both parties get stuck in a tug-of-war. If this tug-of-war doesn't end with a clear outcome, the Storm Reformation will end up completely dead and forbidden to be discussed within 5 years. Are the stakes getting too high?
Madam Vice President? Mr. President came back from the Pax House.
I will go see him now.
He's waiting for you in the office.
Mr. President. Good day to you, sir. May the peace be with us.
May the peace be with us.
Are you feeling better these days?
I can still hang in for a few years. Thank you.
Are they doing all right?
Just as usual. Nothing to worry about. I'll stay in the Foundation these months. The agenda is well arranged. There is something more important that I must tell you in person. That meant a lot of Maya. And the more.
This is their judgment.
Yes.
Then I have no objection to it.
Hold tight, my friend.
Excuse me. I have to admit, I was surprised. Thank you for telling me this.
Look at where you are. Paulina also once stood here. A human, a member of the St. Pavlov Foundation. She started from here, took 33 steps and a half, turned left, opened the door, and then turned right, went on for another 5 meters. She stopped and opened the historical intelligence cabinet. For work, sweetheart. Most of the actions we took in most of the time were for our jobs, or for the sake of getting one. She's a good employee, the kind of person who sincerely wishes to contribute to society. Her dedication to work equally applied to events as big as maintaining peace, and matters as trivial as looking through old files. It was the 1931 file, or the 1935 one. She hasn't gotten there yet. But there is another folder which has caught her attention. On December 28th, 1932, on the wonderful day of the Holy Innocents in Mexico, 13 Arcanist High School students attacked the crowd during the nighttime celebration. They claimed the Oracle had uttered to them, from the inside of a gigantic Cordia Eleanoides, that they had to shoulder the responsibility to protect the people. So they took their wands and knives, carried bottles of potion of concocted picric acid and nitrocellulose, and walked into the festival market like any regular happy young people. Their attack led to 17 deaths. 6 were injured, among which 4 were disabled for life. One young girl among the attackers couldn't physiologically stop her hysterical laughter, even when she was under arrest. She quivered convulsively, with her hands twitching tightly on 31-centimeter long pruning shears. She kept muttering the word Bacoti, which is the common way to call the Cordia Eleanoides among the lumber dealers. In the Aztec civilization, it means giant mouth. Any mouth can talk. In this case of mass hysteria, this was the one true rule. Hysteria, madness, paranoia, hearing voices or seeing things. These abnormalities are the sparks flying in the air, and Arcanists are like dry cotton. The encounter of the two will cause a fire. Paulina complained quietly. She accused the danger of fire, the risk of heat. One can hardly hold no grudges against the flame when it is hidden next to you patiently, waiting. She started to mutter something of a more extreme nature. She was carried away, forgot that each individual has their own right even in a collective body. She forgot what public opinion can do to subtly influence a community. Her eyes were fixed on the scarlet flame. Racist thoughts crept silently into her blonde-haired, beautiful head like a cunning centipede. Fortunately, this is not yet the end of the story. Paulina still had her chances to change. Change. Yes. An alteration. Everybody has to change. You can improve your living standards, pay for prettier white clothes, drive around in a limo painted in bright pink. Anything to prove that you're as much of a man as those tough warriors in ancient Europe. Or you can try the bitter side of life. A life so bad that every weekend you have nowhere to go but lie on a couch hollowed out by your dog and pick your nose. You pick it hard just to locate and take out the hardest, largest booger that irritates your nasal membranes to stop the endless sneezing. The change of Paulina started from a question. A senior staff of the Foundation walked to her, flipping through the pages of the same folder, and asked, "But Paulina, how are you going to deal with the fire?" On the next page, the survivors started a new life under the supportive measures, and the crazy children have left their poor family, leaving the violence and harassment behind, and moved into a sanatorium with white walls. The record of the follow-up visits showed that they have stayed mentally stable since. They learned to calm themselves and overcame drug addiction and alcohol abuse. Some of them were even married. Between the last 2 pages, there lies a thank you letter. The name signed at the end of the letter went on for 2 lines, and the last name ends with a cheerful strike going up, like a smiley face. The fire is always there, Paulina. We need to find a way to live with it, not to extinguish it. Keep them somewhere safe, like a high shelf, and away from the fuel. Watch over the temperature. Maybe teach them to burn in a manner that no one, including themselves, would be hurt. Division and confrontation have never taken this world to a better place, have they? They went on talking for a bit more, about the responsibilities of this job, about personal liabilities, about hatred, about the minorities, about the practices that ought to be taken to realize ideas. Young Paulina had changed. Drops of tears seep out from the bottom of that pair of beautiful green eyes. I shed tears with her, of course. Sadly, I was busy sucking the flavoring powder on chips off my fingers and missed the right moment to wipe those tears off my face. Nevertheless, this is my favorite episode. We should watch it again. Look at where you are. Paulina also once stood here.
As witness?
Yes. Your report means a lot to him.
I can provide the report, but I have no experience in court hearings. If I say something wrong, will it affect the special prosecutor's decision?
Soneto, testifying is not taking exams. The court doesn't need a skillful witness. Just honestly tell them what you saw. Focus on the point, and don't distort the facts. The Supreme Court, they value the sense of justice of the youth.
Sense of justice.
And that's a noble quality you have.
I will do my best, Madam Z.
Call the witness.
Greetings. May the peace be with us.
May the peace be with us. Sonetto, as informed by the subpoena, you have been called forth by the accuser, Bernard Wilson, to testify as the witness in court. Could you specify the relationship between you and the accuser?
We did not know each other. I heard of him at work, but we rarely worked together.
Then why did he call you?
I was one of the parties involved in the 1929 storm incident. I submitted a detailed report of that. He searched the database and found the report, so he made a request for access to my supervisor, Madam Z. Then, Madam Z asked if I would be willing to provide the report and attend court as witness.
Could you tell me the reason why you agreed to testify?
My immediate supervisor is having a long-term treatment, and there are more time slots available on my schedule. I am happy to be able to make a difference during the time and defend the established facts. More importantly, I personally believe that there is still much room for improvement for the Foundation's office in Chicago in the United States.
What is this, Miss Sonetto?
This is a record of all my travels from the time I received the promotion order in the research center to go to the office in Chicago in the United States, to the time I went back to the headquarters of the Foundation when the storm came. This is the field report and diary I wrote about the storm in 1929.
What point do you make?
I would like to prove that the Foundation's office in Chicago in the United States violated the Declaration, Fight for the Peace and Order of Mankind, and the rights of some humans and arcanists.
You're tarnishing our reputation! I request a debate duel. I won't allow her to distort the truth like this.
Mr. Seth, I haven't checked these files yet. Silence, please.
Your Honor, you can examine the files one by one while we're having the debate duel. I can't bear to see the long history of our office slandered in this way by a newcomer. I demand a duel with her.
Sonetto is an investigator with rich combat experience. There is no good dueling with her. Do you accept the debate duel?
I have no objection, madam.
Please to the stage, duelists. The debate during your duel will be faithfully recorded. 3 defeats in the debate of one side will end the duel. You have the floor now.
Anyone offer your seat to the senior?
I have decades of historical materials of the office and know it better than anyone else. While you were in office for just 3 days? What makes you think your testimony is more valuable than my materials?
Whether the history is long or short, it does not affect the validity of the facts. Article 78 of the International Law of Procedure states, any individual who has knowledge of the case and has an independent will is obliged to testify as witness. Hereon, I shall prove the value of my testimony.
Take it easy. How dare you? Handle it gently. Bloody prom. Flying handbag for only 3,000 serpentantes. The ocean dried and I'm alone again.
February 14th, 1929, after the storm. Half of the staff in the office were absent from work. I learned that this was permitted by the director. They were required to sell alcohol in speakeasies at night to make a profit for the office. The malpractice at daytime was therefore tacitly approved. This can be found in photo appendix number 3-12-8.
Slander! It's individual behavior of the employees who do not comply with the rules.
Would you mind handle it gently? A little bit hot here. Try for free. Try for free. Bloody prom. Handle it gently. The ocean dried and I'm alone again. A little bit hot here.
That morning, an hour and a half before my encounter with Timekeeper, a procession appeared in the square in front of the office. They were mostly humans, with a few arcanists. They were protesting against the high registration fee charged by the office for registering their identity information. In addition, there was a racial brawl in the square, but the office did not send anyone to pacify the crowd or maintain the order.
Do you have any evidence?
I wrote them in my diary. Does that count as evidence?
Yes. Please tell me which page it is on.
Would you mind handle it gently? My child, here's something fun for you. Bloody prom. Would you buy me a drink? The ocean dried and I'm alone again. Hey!
These are all insignificant glitches. To be honest, you can find similar problems in any large institution in the world. As long as we manage the office in a different way or change the staff, it would be improved. But you claimed that we violated the Declaration of Peace. This is pure slander, gross defamation.
I am not slandering the office. Schneider. You refuse to offer a human, no, an entire family, the shelter of the Foundation.
Stay low profile.
Schneider, a friend we met in Chicago. She once chose to join the Foundation under the pressure of both the Storm and Manus Vindictae. But instead of offering any solution or help, you just gave her a rejection letter. I found this letter in her suit pocket. It had a small line written on it. Poppers, fuck off.
I had completely no idea what this was about. Not to mention the fact that no one at the office had ever heard of the storm. What help could they offer?
In this particular case, you should have reported to the headquarters or to the investigators out there, instead of doing nothing but leaving an insult. I do not understand why there was such wording on it. Was it because she did not pay enough shelter fee to qualify for sheltering? Or was it because the wand she used was transformed by Arcanum, which made you think she was an Arcanist? Does not the Declaration of Peace say, everyone, strong or weak, rich or poor, of any race deserves a helping hand so that the existing peace and order shall be maintained? They were humans. If only they had made it to the headquarters sooner. Maybe they...
In the particular circumstance at present, it's impossible for the headquarters to take in humans from all over the world. But you bring out a possibility better than anything that happened. Thank you very much for your testimony, Miss Sonetto. And also for the debate, Mr. Seth.
I seem to be too emotional just now.
Miss Sonetto. You brought us a great debate. Have you heard of the Supreme Court? You should come when you're free.
I was told you have something important to share. Yes, the filibuster is about to end. Z told me they are going to end the speech and apply for the official vote at noon. If you're going to continue with the debate, don't forget to send your men. Do you see Bernard over there? Yes. Quite a lot of his men attended today. They have remained uncommitted to Storm Reformation so far. I thought they wouldn't bother to attend. The opposition side doesn't need a dozen more votes to win, after all. But the advocates of the draft do. There will be a new draft given to you in 2 hours. I brought together a revision group last night with some hired experts. We have adjusted some of the articles in the previous draft. I will need you to present it to everyone when the time comes. What for? Is that draft going to be adopted? Draft is going to be adopted, isn't it? There are things that even I cannot maneuver. All I can do is bring benefits to as many people as possible. I have specifically made some amendments to the clearance to educate and discipline unregistered arcanists in Section 3 on page 21. as well as the duties and obligations of the Timekeeper's special team in Section 1 on page 40. Every arcanist assigned to the Timekeeper's department will be put through the Foundation's risk assessment and graded accordingly. Ordinary arcanists only need to receive primary artificial somnambulism training. The more extraordinary ones will be sent to the School of Discipline for re-education. Delegate Mark also submitted another edition, which was quite similar to this one. Is that so? Well, very well. I'm pleased we have reached a consensus even before we meet. Here are more things we have revised. Given their resistance to the storm, the Timekeeper's special team will take up more work related to Manus Vindictae. The Foundation will utilize their abilities. We have also fine-tuned the details. They will be given more executive power while the Foundation retains control over all things. Remember, we have to make everyone aware of these changes before the voting starts. We have to make sure this version of the proposal is the one that gets the final approval in the end. Understood. Can't believe this is happening. Huh. The first revolution targeting arcanists in the past decades. Don't forget my stamps for this quarter, Constantine.
I'm so tired that my eyes are failing me. No, it's not the time to relax. Just 2 more hours. Hang in there. It will end soon.
Ah, roast leg of lamb, Wellington steak, Turkish kebab. Oh, I want meat!
Are you hungry? Worry not. The leaves of the potatoes we planted have turned yellow. Miss Druvis said this is the harvest time. Let's dig them out and make shepherd's pie.
Potato? Vegetable? No, I don't want them anymore. I've been eating healthy salads for a month. I want meat.
I want rich, juicy, meaty, sinewy, savory, sizzling meat! Wait. It smells so good. That's meat! Where's that smell coming from? I do smell something good as well. I'll take a look. Wait, Regulus! The critter's lair is over there! Critters? No worries. Critter is a type of meat. Roast it over fire and a square meal is here. Smells so good. It's over here! Oh no, what can I do? Father said some critters could cause hallucination and diarrhea if eaten.
What's going on, Miss Sotheby? Why are you here walking around alone? Where is Captain?
Oh, good to see you here. Regulus said you smelled meat and went straight to the forest to catch critters.
Waffle. It has been too long since we last had Dr. Pepper. Does Captain finally start to have a senior moment?
Let's hurry over and take a look. The smell of food is unusual. It's verdant over there. There may well be other dangers lurking somewhere.
This is weird. Where on earth does the smell come from? Blimey! It's a carbuncle! Regulus, it's not edible!
That's the lair of carbuncles. They've been stirred up.
Whoa! A bumper harvest of critters! Come and help!
Hold on, Captain. We're coming.
A crime group. Just to mind.
This trial is mine to judge.
Take it easy.
For an eye.
Don't be so furious.
Feeleth pain and knoweth regret. Resistance is futile.
Handle it gently.
Why are you eating so loud?
Try for free. Try for free.
Have guns. It's called common sense.
How dare you? Take it easy.
Eating so loud. Don't be so furious.
Flying ham bag for only 3,000
Radio waves
turbidantes.
are everywhere. Everywhere.
Don't be so hard.
We should listen to what people say.
Handle it gently.
Secrets always hide in careless words. Listen carefully.
Hey! How dare you? Bloody prom!
A tooth
I
for
hear
a
something.
tooth.
The ocean dried and I'm alone again. go down.
And I will
Handle it gently. A little bit hot here. Stay low profile.
Oh, are they really all inedible? I did smell the sizzling meat. Oh, it's somewhere around here. Right around...
Oh, hi.
Who are you?
Lilia? What are you doing here?
I got you something good.
Whoa! Lamb, it tastes so good. So good. I barely know what grease is supposed to taste like. Thank the great god of rock for his blessings. This pirate finally gets some meat to eat.
Huh? It is me you should thank, the goddess of victory, who soon brings you freedom.
Bring us freedom soon. May I ask, how should I interpret your words?
You want some?
Thank you so much for coming alone and providing us with supplies, Lilia. However, please tell us why you are here. Did Madame Z send you?
Already been 4.5 weeks, right? This is not the first time I visit you guys here.
The one hiding in the shadow last time? It's you?
I wonder how much longer you can hold on for Vertin. You see, saying is one thing, fighting is another. I've seen many deserters. Way too many. Crying out loud, peeing their pants, drooling all over on their rabbit food. But you guys are different. You actually did it. You conquered places in the Foundation, defended your own places, and put pressure on those in white till this day, the last day in this 4.5 weeks. That's the Stальная Воля I appreciate. If I didn't come today, would you eat your boots tomorrow?
Of course not. We still have potatoes, almost ripe. And carrots.
Thank you for your kindness, Miss Lilia. May I take it that you are coming to bring us the good news? Is there a final result for Madame Z's draft?
So far as I know, Madame Z hasn't given up yet. Just like you, when she gets serious, she looks like a fierce doe. But I already lost my patience. Tons of processes need to be done before it can be performed, even if the draft is passed at the final vote. As long as Vertin is still on that bed in the ward, you're just an isolated island. Everyone can step on you. take care of them for me when necessary. That's what Vertin said when she gave me the vodka. It's time to deliver on my promise.
Are you going to do something dangerous?
A thing that is worth the risk. I've been waiting for this moment for so long. Someone needs to wake up from the dream.
The story has come to a new stage. It is fascinating. It has plots of unwavering loyalty, survival from the jaws of death, and even a little bit of unconventional excitement. Raise your head, and you will see this splendid spotlight grilling the top of our heads like a stove heating a frying pan. We mumble and mumble and mumble. Something like arcanists, new changes, perseverance, and the storm. Right, that's it, the storm. The storm is no longer something new here. Everyone in the story talks about the storm. People don't find it attractive anymore. Once you turn the camera out of the spotlight, you'll see many other people on the stage. Many other people. The other actors. Actors who are different from you. Their name won't be listed in the cast at the end of the movie. Not even a poor St. Pavlov squad leader A. They're a bunch of people. A bunch of people just like you, though there are still differences between you and them. Open their bellies and you can find everything that should be there. The liver, the stomach, the spleen, the lungs, and the heart. Their faces are clear to be seen. Look at them carefully. Carefully. Oh, you might have met one or two of them. They come from the same institution as yours, the St. Pavlov Foundation. Eve from the France branch, La from the Egypt branch, and the Matryoshka from the Russia branch. Oh, right. Your first friend made in a branch. That young man with the red nose. Ken from the Scotland branch. You looked here, you looked there, you couldn't find him anywhere, however hard you tried. Good question. I'll help you find him. Let's keep looking around, but this time vertically instead of horizontally. That's right. Upside vertical. Don't be afraid of that radiant spotlight. Look there. Ignore the risk of blinding your eyes. And you see it. A white umbrella, bigger and wider than any umbrella you have seen. Those green flashes stinging your eyes is the price you have to pay for finding it. The white umbrella is a shelter from the rain, saving that orange-haired girl in white for you. And you have witnessed how people standing in the pouring storm without shelter fade away. Like your little friends, and Ken from the Scotland branch. Remember the differences I just mentioned? A great time to keep silent. Your ugly trauma, a mixture of your mental issues and miserable past, would burst out in the next second, making everyone's heart twitch. But think otherwise. If the truth were known to all, today's not real, and there's no tomorrow. I'm going to eat my shoes and an asteroid is falling. Then all of them would go crazy. Those pigeons valuing sense above anything won't sit aside and let this happen. So they made the most sensible choice. The huge white umbrella has only sheltered those qualified people. Qualified according to their standard. Now, let's cross our arms and make an arrogant judgment like those cynics. How cruel it is! And then, you may start contemplating. Should they all go aboard the Ark? Can this Ark carry this many people? Try to raise the question as peacefully and slowly as you can, and their enthusiasm will be dampened and let out a sound like what you hear when you pour water into a heated pan. Their feelings. Oh, they. You mean Eve, La, and the Matryoshka. Of course you care about your friends. That's a virtue of yours I won't forget. In order to understand their feelings, you need to bend down and reach. That's right. Reach for the dark corner under the stage. Until your fingertip is wrapped by soft, warm, and considerate black velvet, as comfortable as a mother's singing to her baby in a crib. That's what the people without a shelter above them are feeling now. More silence. You are really good at finding the right timing for your silence. Just like my friend and I are experts in farting soundlessly in the elevator cart. My hypocrite and dumb friend. Think about it in a different way. Who knows how much garbage there is under the stage? There may be liquid seeping out of rotten pastry and dairy products, intrusions of American cockroach with sleek abdomen crawling everywhere. Who can say it's not a blessing to know nothing about the truth? Especially when you can't leave this shitty place.